We're back at the Black Cat, and we're going to start with some stills. This is January. Look how different it looked. This is March. Still no difference. And then we get to May, and we see the start of bridges. So as we get to August, finally, the Southern Bridge is complete and about to come into use. So let's take our weekly update and have a view over the project and just see how different it actually is today. Bit of a different start there. Hope you like that. That's some old images from across the scheme. Just wanted to show just how quickly this has developed over what is really 8 months of work. An incredible achievement when you think about how often the British construction industry gets slated for delay. And as we come over the top, we get our first sight of that new Southern Bridge. Unfortunately, it sounds like it'll only be 2 lanes on opening rather than 3 because of a snag on one of the concrete structures. Apparently that'll be a couple of weeks to resolve, but you can see there the northbound A1 on the right heading into that new bridge. Surface removed, being replaced over the weekend. You can see the new southern A1 south even further up, which can't be opened until the Temp Road is removed. I expect that will be dealt with very quickly. And then you can see the far carriageway, which is currently the A1 South. Big differences this weekend. This is filmed Saturday morning, as always, really early on. But work had started clearly overnight. There's floodlights up. And we're going to have a good look around, and we're going to pick up as well on that drain that we saw last week, where I forgot to get the drone in. Now, this angle here really demonstrates how low that new A1 is. Look how deep already the southbound slip road is. And then it's even deeper to the actual finished lowered carriageway area. Just gives you a real aspect and a good view of it, doesn't it? You see the surface being removed there. Got into the trucks. There was a huge number of trucks. So what I normally do is I do the Facebook reel that you might see first, do some pictures, and then I do the main video. And there was a load of trucks, you'll see them in the Facebook pictures, parked up on the bridge. And what took 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes maybe to do everything like that, they've all gone. Don't know where they went. Didn't see them getting filled. So, yeah, there's a load of tarmac trucks moving around the site. But you can see there, just look how deep it's actually going to be when it's finished. Can't wait. Only maybe a year to finish the underpass. The rest of the scheme going to be finished on time and opened. I wonder how long it'll take to remove that temporary road. I am going to come back early next week and get an update video to show it in use, hopefully. But I wonder if they'll just crack on and get that road gone by, start of the week. Will they be moving in and digging that out? It didn't take long to dig out the rest of it. But that new Southern Bridge, nice and complete. Like I said, there apparently is some issues with one side where the concrete hasn't cured or something technical, which I've said before, I don't quite understand. So only two lanes will be open to start with. You can see it being tied into the carriageway there, and there'll be bridges, but cones across, so you don't make that turn onto that new forthcoming A1 South. You'll still be using that temporary traffic route, which has been in place for a while now. Coming across the back here, you can see the excavator putting in the mud around the directional arrows. So you can use those arrows coming down the A421 slip. That's what that is. That's the bottom of the A421 slip. So that's not going to be in use for a while yet. And as we come around the back here, you can see the new bridge for the northbound, which again won't be in use. But look at the bottom right of your screen. Is that the route for the new road? It looks very close, doesn't it? Look at that. You can see the curve running into that bridge. So yeah, I hadn't spotted that before. First time I've noticed that. Quick look around. No sign of the crane or any works on the culvert at the top of the screen here. So a very quick look up there. Hopefully we'll see that dealt with soon. It's that new section of A1. Really quiet now up here, isn't it? They've clearly dug out the route for the underpass, and most of the equipment, all the plant seems to be gone from up here now. And that's something else you'll notice as we spin back We'll have a quick look up here. We'll then turn around and look back at the roundabout itself. Like I said, I thought the culvert work might have started, but no sign of that yet. But the new route as you come down, really very obvious, isn't it? There's where East West Rail's going to come. Some interesting stuff coming out on that now. And then you've got here, you got the route down over the River Great Ouse, down towards the East Coast Main Line. Now as we pan back, like I said, you can see that clear new route coming round towards the bridge. There's the Northern Bridge now. And there was one thing here, was the crane has gone, hasn't it? It was always been sat there, has now moved on, and the excavator's working away, lowering that section of retained mud, I guess. But I wonder if we'll see loads more equipment going into that next week. The crane's been there for a long time now, and they're slowly but surely removing the soil. Now last week I didn't spot the work going on this, but I did today. And now it wasn't easy to see with the drone, but when I zoomed in, there's an excavator in the drain. Look at that down there, you can see it digging away. So zoom right down. Now I guess that green pipe extracts out of that. Maybe, is that some kind of suction? Come on, you're going to have to tell me in the comments how that's going to be working. It really blew my mind to see that down there. And it wasn't clear at all on the drone. I randomly zoomed in. And it's only when I looked at the video when I got home that it was obvious that there was something down there. So little excavator working away. And also that small one working on that central underpass. Plenty of work to be done there though, isn't there? Big bit of soil to be removed from under that. But we did expect that. We thought once the crane was done, it would start being dug out underneath that central bridge and then underneath the southern bridge as well. So I guess while you're driving over the top of the bridge, there's going to be people working underneath you, digging out the A1 and making that road lower. So yeah, weird to see that excavator in the drain, still digging down, clearly already constructed, and they're just now digging down to whatever depth it has to go to. But if anyone actually understands that, let me know in the comments. So that crane that had stood on that patch for a long time now, gone. Got one left here on the side of the A428 Flyover. And as we look down towards the south now, the route is really quite clear, isn't it now? You can really see how you're going to come round under the underpass or from the A421 heading towards the A1 South. So lots of changes still to come. They've confirmed over on Facebook this week that that Northern Bridge will definitely not be open until the end of the scheme, due to the fact it's going to be that live construction site. Still a lot to be done though, isn't there, on that middle bridge? So that's fully obvious to be the case. And as we pass backwards now, the A421 has really reached a new level. Look how high it is now. Nearly at that flyover height. And still plenty of work to be done there, but they were working this morning, on Saturday morning even, and that, I expect, will soon reach that height. How they then get to the middle flyover is another question. They're going to be filled with soil, maybe, I guess, build up the level and create the road there. Now the southern bridge is complete, I guess that gives them the opportunity to do that, because all of the plant will be out of the way, so maybe that'll be the next thing. Couple of cherry pickers working on the wall there, on the retaining wall for the embankment. Didn't notice what they were actually doing, didn't seem like they were doing anything while I was there. But you can see there the trucks waiting to take away the surface. And there's the nice wide shot looking across the Black Cat Roundabout scheme itself. Big pan round to give a final look over the northern section in a moment. But yeah, that A421 looking like it's getting to the level now to take the road over the top. That is going to be open in spring 2027. The only bit that has been delayed is the underpass. And again, as you look here at the underpass heading into from the north, just look at that angle. It's already there, isn't it? You know, they're ready to surface that, aren't they? And then they've just got to remove the soil underneath the bridges, this temporary road. Hopefully those utility issues have been dealt with further down, and they will get this scheme done and dusted. New footpaths have appeared as well. This is where I normally park. You would normally see my car there, but the road was closed. But that footpath was complete last week. Great new surface to take off from. So yeah, that's where I normally launch from, in that little section there in front of the Heras. But there's that new southbound slip road. You just see it just needs the mud and temporary road taken out the way. And that'll be done, won't it? Look at that. You can completely see the angles now and the route the new carriageways are going to take into the underpass. Coming down here, like I said, no real sign of what caused that delay previously. There's obviously something maybe hidden further down, but from this angle, I can make out the carriageways, and there is the route into the underpass. If you're heading north, in about a year's time, you'll be driving up here, and this will be a moment to remember when this bridge came into use, and I'm sure we'll be there to see it. There's the new southbound slip coming down. And completely make out the routes now, can't you? It's all been finalised. Just a shame there's that short delay, but it'll be worth it in the end, won't it? And we'll be here to document it, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. As we pass over the top, just want to thank you all for watching again. The Black Cat videos are doing the best on the channel, and if you are interested in any of the other things here, following Power Court in Luton, and also the new Universal Studios UK resort over in Bedford. There's the route. Like I said, you can see how you'll dive down or come out of the underpass. I expect the speed limit will be retained from the marina bridges until you get to about here, and then maybe you'll be allowed back up to 60. It used to be 60, didn't it, on this section? But there's the Black Cat on the Saturday morning, the 22nd of August. Thanks for watching.